Hey folks, Species 7 here. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2013. And I have another new map for you guys to look at today. This is Bagmoor Farm, based on an actual place in Scotland with apparently the text or the map terrain overlay directly on it. So this should be an accurate representation. We have the bouncy question marks. Very nice. I really don't mind when they use that, even if it is a real throwback to the beginnings, but just because a lot of things on these new maps are not terribly obvious. Like, I would assume that's a silage pit. And there you go, it's a silage pit. Other things, however, are not sometimes quite so simple to figure out. There's our slurry pit and all of that, so I would assume this would be for our cows. This is where your sheep graze. Okay, well, see, there you go. That's why these come in so handy. So here we go. This is where we feed our sheep. Nice. If we wander up the hill, we also have an indoor silage pit. It's kind of different. Well, there's our cows. That's odd. So the cow's barn attaches to the sheep grazing. Well, that's different. I guess the cows go at the other side of the barn into their field. Right on. The grains are stored here, tipped into these silo bins, and so you will require either a telehandler or a loader with a shovel on the front of it, or there's a couple of good conveyor belt mods out there that work well. Okay, here's some of our gear, not my favorite little bit, but hey. Oh, alright, it's got a grab on it, so I assume that we can use that for... And we're kind of blocked in here. Use that for picking up our grains. Nice. Let's go back up here toward the main farm. So, a little bit of gear tucked away in here. Oh, fairly simple starter equipment. Not bad stuff. A little small, maybe, for the size of the fields on this map. A couple of tractors. The Hurleyman, I always did like that one. And the little Lambo. Not the most practical tractor on the farm, but not bad. Sugar beets and potato storage. Cool, cool. And what have we got here? Okay, well this, even though it's nowhere near the cattle farm, I guess we herd our cows out here. Yes, we do. No water mod, no pig mod, or pretty much any of the others. It is fairly basic. And here's our chickens, of course. So, and again, you'll notice that because there's no water mod, you don't have troughs, so you don't need to worry about water and food for your chicks. And just a storage garage. Alright. Now, this, I believe, would be one of them fields that we own. Now, all the fields are labeled with names, like... what do we got here? Well, what's that? House field, calves field, or calves field, sorry. So, yeah. And apparently any of the fields that are named belong to this farm, whether we have to pay the price to purchase them or not. Any of them that are not named actually belong to other farms. Small triangle, okay. Appears to be basically a grass field. At any rate, let's move along here because there is another little bit of a farm to look at. So, here's our general map. Unfortunately, the named fields, well, as you can see, the writing is way too tiny to actually see. So let's head over here to our combine harvester, and you will require a harvester with a trailer, because these fields are absolutely gigantic. Oops, that's not what I actually meant to do. Sorry about that. We'll press that one. Like, this is field 7. Now, this is the largest field we own by far, but with that size head, wow, we're probably looking at an hour to harvest. I like the detailing on the roads. The grass, etc., is also higher detail, as opposed to the trees, which are in all honesty, considerably lower detail than most of the rest of the map. So, let's take a wander up here, shall we? Blueberry hedges leading to another field. This one, according to the map, we don't actually own. Alrighty. Okie doke. Let's take a little hop too. We have a bit of a village going on here. Yes, we do. Alright. So again, this is a representation of a real place in Scotland. A farm, I guess, either near where the author lives or had lived. So there are no grain or fert pickups on your farm itself. There are no triggers for seed or fertilizer. So you do need to come up here, which is not a big deal. I mean, we're not that far away from the original shop, right? Alright, we also, what else did I see there? Ah, eggs. We can flog our eggs. Very nice. And we'll thump it along. There's where you buy your tractors. Our vehicle plant. Nice. Don't think I really want to go that way. But what we will do is Ross of Lanark. Agricultural equipment dealership. Very nice. Let's grab ourselves a vehicle to putter about in, shall we? There we go. We'll just grab the Ford. Alright, now, rather than hop in it here, what I'd like to do, because sometimes this can really be a make or break for maps, is I'm actually going to reset it and find out where it ends up. Just in case this is one of these maps where if you order anything bigger than this truck and have it delivered, you spend the rest of the game trying to figure out how the heck to get it out of where it was. So, it is, here we go. So this is the one farm, that's the other, so let's see where it ends up. Oh, interesting. Halfway between. Okay, let's go there. Well, not bad though. I mean, that's a pretty big field. You should be able to move things around and get stuff sorted. Alright, well, not bad. There's the way out. So it's actually connected right to our main farm. Very cool. That certainly works for me, and like I said, you've got more than enough room in there to get whatever size vehicle in and out to move things around. So, let's see if we can find a way out of here. I don't think this is going to be it. No. Whoop. Do not do it. Bum, 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 bum. We're in four-wheel drive and get back out of the feeding trough. Okay. Let's see if we can find our way off of this farm, shall we? There we go. We got a nice road right here. Ooh. With some really tripped fences. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Really, guys? Come on. Well. I guess we're going to be resetting this just as soon as we step into it, pretty much. Let's try that again, shall we? Apparently, now I know that this particular mod is actually quite sensitive about touching certain items, so you may not end up with any problems touching the fences in something else like one of the stock tractors. This guy does tend to go a little squirrely when he hits things that are not meant to be hit by the truck. Alright, let's see if we can find our way out again. Probably not. No. Alright, a lot of dead ends on this farm. Also kind of, I've noticed there's quite a few sort of just placer buildings, you know, they have no actual function. They're just sort of blocking the area. So, which is okay. It's still a fairly roomy farm, if not a little bit difficult to figure out where to maneuver everything. Okay, here we go. I just don't want to touch these fences. Don't have a lot of choice. Unfortunately, some of the turns are a little tight. Alright, let's head out here. So this is a little village we were just in. So there's no areas set aside for forestry, any of that stuff. This is a reasonably basic map, which brings me to a rather good point with it as well. The map is a fairly small download, which is kind of nice, because a lot of maps, they're, 250 plus megs, and then you download them only to find out that, well, I could have played Hagensnap. So, fair string of traffic, all going the same direction. Alright, let's have a look. Now, from what the mod author explained, gates with a no entry sign do not actually belong to the farm. So, let's see what it would cost us. This is a huge field. I always like to get a look at it. 2.79 hectares for 69 grand. Alright, well, you can certainly afford to buy property here, because that's not a bad size field. I mean, it's much smaller than most of the ones around, but not bad. You could certainly make some money off of that. Alright, let's head on up here. Well, I didn't realize that it was so flat. I mean, so far as, like I said, because it is an actual terrain overlay. There seems to be a lot of grass fields, some of which are for sale, like this one. Now, I don't know if these would be mowable grass, or whether you would have to, 12.61, 315, but that's a big field. That's larger than our field 7, I think. Well, let's have a look at the rest of it. Yeah, like I said, the grass details, sorry, eating my own tongue here this morning, etc. seem to be pretty nice. Crop details look fairly standard, although it does look like the ground texture details have been not of the stock ones, i.e. that plowed area looked a little different than standard. So here's our biogas, and it is quite standard. Apparently they have the exact same biogas buildings in Germany as they do in Scotland. So there we go. Couple of pits, so not the biggest one in the world, but let's face it. How many times do you really bother to fill every silage pit? And here we have another sell point. The Petanane, which is, by the way, the area that we are in, is the Petanane Valley. I'm, of course, butchering that horribly, and my apologies. But, so this is our port, and the tipping point is a wee down here. So yeah, you could, I guess, back your gear in here, boom, 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 and give her a tip into the train car. Nice. What do we got here? Field 5. We do not own this, but boy, there's a whole bunch of crops sitting there. Why do I... Oh. Alright, she's... Oh, perfect. It would not make that turn. Okay. You need to be real careful around the riverbank. Alright, and this is field 18, which we don't own either. But, I don't see the bouncy bubble, and it's another just straight up grass field. Okay. So, back up at the main farm. And there you basically, sorry about the frog in the throat there, guys. There you basically have the map. I don't think we particularly left anything out. As I say, it is a very basic map. It is large enough you could do a multiplayer on it. MR? I don't know. I don't see that there'd be that much of a challenge. I think that there's basically this level and that level down there. And that would be about the only hill you'd faced with this one being darn near impossible and everything else being decidedly simple. 150k, eh? And again, for all grass. Well, there you are. So anyways, guys, that has been our look at the Bagmoor Farm map. Just want to quickly check something else. Here we are, Alley 9000 at FSUK. And that, by the way, is where I got the map, was fsuk.com. Good site. They don't seem to be getting quite as many mods as they used to. And I'm not sure it's because we're reaching the end of this particular game's, longevity cycle or whatever. Because I do see lots and lots of mods still going up on sites like LS 2013. So, we'll see. Not a big deal, but definitely a great place to go to look for mods if you don't already. So, if you enjoyed the little tour of the map here, guys, I know there's been a few map reviews sort of in a row lately, but in all honesty, the Alpental map doesn't seem to be generating a lot of interest, so I thought I'd give it a couple of days and see if a few more views would bring it back to life. If not, well, not sure. I'm not going to be doing map reviews constant. Well, what do we got here? West Straw Farm. Oh. The road to West Straw Farm, your neighbor. You can sell barley and wheat there, also straw and bales. Okay, so that's the other one we went to, I guess. Or is that this way? Oh, lots more fields. Wow. No, all in all, I do like the look of the map. So, there we are. Anyway, as I was saying, guys, if you like the review, if you want to support this series, please leave a comment, leave a like, maybe even subscribe. I'd love to grow the channel. Till next time, this has been Species 7 for Farming Simulator 2013. Take care of each other, folks. Nobody else is gonna. Bye. Ciao for now.